are live. Hello, welcome. Nature Infused Ash here, foraging with Bigfoot. Welcome. Hopping on a couple minutes early. Boom. Hello, Maynard. Welcome. Nice to see you here. So, as we allow people to wander in and align to the live, let's take, I guess, a couple minutes to connect to our heart and set the space, right? And work with what's going through. I mean, obviously, this isn't my regular live days, but Spirit was very loud. So I'm looking forward to this live. Anyways, welcome. So if you guys just want to take a couple, deep breaths in. 4, inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, and hold for 4. Holding the space for the heart coherence, the gut, the brain, all of it, right? Increasing our spiritual connection. Let me know where you guys are from. If you enjoy the content, please, I ask to like, subscribe, and share, which helps us connect to more people and align to awakening humanity alongside Bigfoot. So as we just all gather in, welcome. Can you guys hear me? Let me know. Kirsty, welcome. Nice to see you here. Appreciate you, Maynard. Appreciate you, Kirsty, for you guys always showing up and supporting my channel. Gratitude for sure. Canines speak tonight outside. My son heard and saw eyes. Very interesting. Yeah, to allow the kids to witness. I don't even know, connect in these other ways. Nicer word to use, and not, go, no, you didn't see that. No, you didn't, that didn't happen. Make them question their own reality. Really helps the kids stay awakened to the unseen because they're still so connected, right? It's how, I see it. I remember as a little girl just, not saying, it's just people didn't know back then, right? So, yeah. All right, it's 7 o'clock. Okay, I'll reintroduce myself. All of you know, Nature Infused Ash here, foraging with Bigfoot. Welcome to an unexpected live. We're here today to talk about nature spirits, Sasquatch, Bigfoot, Sabe included. I'm just going to go in and dive deep on the experiences that have been happening and just be honest. And as I have had to do a lot of inner work, and we all know Sasquatch likes the inner work and really discovering who we are, for the self-discovery, for us to discover Sasquatch on our own, Bigfoot, Sabe, however you guys connect with them. I teach my kids the real world. Yeah, right? Like real world. Same as I. And I love it because everyone's like, wow, he's such a light. Your son's such a light. I'm like, yep. Because I never ever wanted to shut that down. And I help him, critical thinking skills. I find that, a lot of kids might not have the critical thinking skills because they're not allowed to question, even their own parents. Why? It's that back and forth. But yeah, so Hi from Matt and Tanya in Iowa. Hello, Matt and Tanya. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. May peace lay upon you like the sun. Thank you, Zach. Same to you. Same to all. Okay, so for some reason I forgot where I was going with that comment. Oh yes, diving deep. So let's just okay, so anyways, what are they talking about? Oh yes, inner discovery, right? Hello, Zach. So inner discovery is how we're going to discover Sabe, Sasquatch, Bigfoot. It will boom. Welcome, Kim, Sheena Productions. Nice to have you here. Thank you for being here. You sent me that reel the other day and it hit. Did it ever hit? So thank you for that. And yes, I know I did the reel, but it hit. It was a great reminder, so thank you. Anyways, been doing a lot of self-discovery, really trying to find my light that I may have allowed to go be buried. Stephen, hello, welcome. And just to find that inspiration again to get back out into the forest just because of what I've had to do, well, what I allowed back into my life. So anyways, flash back to, I guess today's what, Wednesday, so Monday I would have had an energy clearing and healing, clearing the blocks of what was blocking my inner light, right? So that really helped with Tuesday, which was yesterday, coming online. So I was so connected to myself, to God's source energy, to nature, and to have like pretty much the whole day, because kids obviously have started school, so like the whole day to myself, other than doing my amazing work that I get to do for the career I have, which is I'm so grateful for that. So I felt an energy shift, and I don't know if you guys have seen, so let me start. So I had a buck who came up, and I did film him, put him on a shorts, but anyways, he came back again to me, and he was really speaking to me, like, really, listen, lady, what, Ashley, can you really connect to your heart? Stop, don't be flighty. And I was really okay using my breath, and as this deer walked up, and I'm like, okay, it is, getting to the rutting season, and I'm sitting as he's like right like 2 feet from my body, and I'm like sitting there going, okay. He's like, it's okay. No different than what you're doing with Sasquatch, because it was Sasquatch working through this deer, I swear. He was all sparkly. His eyes I connected with, and I'm like, whoa, which then really made me hear what he was saying through mind speak, through the heart connection. And he's like, stay calm, it's okay, balance yourself out. And I'm like, wow, born to serve. Greetings from Toronto, hello from Alberta. And so he walks up, and he's like, he's like, and gets really close, and he's really close, and then I just put my hand up like this, and he sniffs it. Wow, what a powerful energy exchange. It was like message received, energy imprint. And he's like, so see how you kept your center? That's how you're gonna have to keep your center when Sabe, because they want to gift, and I have to have that energy exchange for whenever that time comes, really keep my center. And Zach, he's like, remember to really focus on the energy, how you felt, just stay in that alignment with that deer when, going forward, moving forward, so I can stay with that energy going into the wilderness. Chad says, I watched you guy dive with crocodiles the other night. Crazy. Okay, you watch a guy dive with crocodiles the other night. Yeah, that would be crazy. No, thank you. Cave bird. She low-key beautiful. Thank you. But yeah, so that was a powerful energy exchange. That happened Monday morning. And so yesterday, there was this, it was a goldfinch, and he was trying to get into my camper, and I'm like, oh, I'm over here, and he's trying to get in the window, and he's like going around the screen door trying to get in, going, Ashley, where are you? And I'm like, what? I'm over here. Okay, and like you guys, I always go, I don't talk to birds. I'm not the bird lady. It's very hard to hear what they have to say if I don't really center myself. But I'm learning. So I'm learning. Maynard, is someone chopping wood in the background? More like putting wood together, not chopping it though. Yeah. China Productions. He is a gorgeous buck. Thank you. Beautiful exchange. Amazingly caught on camera too. Right? Yes. Hello. Pardon me, I won't be able to pronounce it correct. Aaron, I don't know. Sorry. Maynard, I heard what sounded like wood knocks. Yes, no, possibly. But anyways, you do hear wood knocks, but they are man-made. But back to the goldfinch, and I'm like, no, I'm over here. Anyways, he flies away, and I'm connecting. I'm like, wow, the energy shift. Like, it was so quiet, you guys. And I was like, very interesting. What's happening? Like, why is the energy, like, for it to be a busy day? Breaking Bud, G-Day from Australia. Hello from Alberta, Canada. Welcome, Australia. Welcome, all of you. And I was like, okay, so walking around going, this is just such weird energy. Like, it was so quiet. Like, there was like a subtle shift, and I was in a different reality. And all of a sudden, the golden finch appears again. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, I just want you to hold me. I just want you to hold me. I'm lost. And I'm like, I don't understand this. Okay. And I'm just sitting there. I haven't posted the picture or the video of him yet, but he was in the tree, and I was standing like, good day. And I was standing, I don't know, like right beside him. I'm like, oh, you want to just hop on my finger? He's like, yeah, just give me your finger. And I'm like, no, it's okay. I don't need that lesson today. And all of a sudden I heard a chipmunk start chipping, and I'm like, okay. Sasquatch and squirrels / chipmunks are a sign for me that they are near and they want to connect, and they'll use chipmunks, squirrels. So I don't classify them as a squirrel because they're smaller than the squirrels we have around here, and they chip, like chip, 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 chip. So I call them like a chipmunk, but they're a little bigger than a chipmunk. And I heard it, and I'm like, where'd you come from? Does size matter? Okay. And standing there, was like very interesting to have the chipmunk come in and start doing that. And I noticed something black move by the water fountain. I'm like, what? That's interesting. What's there? Something's there. And I go there, and I'm not seeing the black objects. I'm like, maybe the bird's scared of whatever's by the fountain. Like, there's maybe a big snake or a big rat or something. We don't have rats here, but that's what I'm going through. And I go over there, and you could hear the chickens making some weird sounds. I'm like, what is going on? And I go there, and I see nothing, and all of a sudden Chippy just is chipping. So I go over down to the chickens where the chipmunk, I could hear the chipmunk, and all of a sudden he runs up the tree in front of me, and I'm like, whoa. And he starts chipping at me, and I'm like, okay, here it is. And then he lies down on the branch, like giving me a message. And I was like, whoa, incredible. Okay, interesting. So he's here, he's saying, yep. And there was something weird with the door on the, how was life at 26? A lot different than it is now at 40. And it was just energy. And so I let the chicken out because she wanted out, and I'm like, okay. So I walked back to where the bird was, and the bird was still there, and I'm like, interesting, okay. And then all of a sudden, revert back to Ashley falling in the Matrix. I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm late to go pick up my kid from school. So all of a sudden, you have to fall back into the Matrix. And Just one sec. Gina Production. Sometimes we get these exchanges when we least expect it. Beautiful golden gift. Yeah, absolutely. Blessed to have been receiving these gifts for sure. It's just a sign. As I was losing my inspiration to go out into the wilderness, as I've had to really go, why am I not motivated? I love the wilderness, but I get it. I've had to heal again. Sometimes it's just hard, but definitely feeling it, my inspiration back for going back out and interacting physically with Sasquatch. Lots of love from Malawi, Africa. Come visit sometime. Well, welcome from all the way from Africa. Hello from Alberta. Yeah, I mean, I definitely have aligning to doing more traveling. Africa is the house. Africa in the house. Yeah, right? Like, amazing. Like, all of you, thank you for showing up and being here. But back to the story. So I was like, oh, Mom, I saw a golden finch. Or I was said, do you know what type of bird this was? Because I wasn't sure. Like, I'm not a bird lady. I know my eagles and my chickadees and stuff like that, but this was a newer bird, I guess, because he was a golden finch. Like, I see the yellow finches, they come, they make a specific sound. I get that. But this one I wasn't sure. So she's like, look up what the golden finch says. So the keynote is awakening to the nature spirit. It's like, awakening humanity alongside Bigfoot is what we're about. And I thought, very interesting, because everything in my reality has to do with messages, subtle messages from Sasquatch. Even though we're not out in the wilderness physically interacting with them, they're still using conduits, even like humans they'll use, to communicate and help us learn our lessons, to discover ourselves, discover our abilities, and discover them. So I thought it was interesting, and I want to read this. So the black and yellow finches, clicking noises, concerned citizen, clicking noises. Well, I hear a raven. Right? Oh, you might be hearing a, let us see that chicken neck. Okay. Anyways, black and yellow are the colors of Archangel Ariel. These colors in meditation and ritual are used to invoke that aspect of this being that oversees the activity of nature spirits. And what do I say? Like, nature spirits, which are going to be like your fairies, your devas, your elves. Blue jay whistles are mimicked here very often. We have a blue... Yep. We have a blue jay here that we feed, and he screams if we don't feed him. He's very loud, and animals are just spectacular. But right, so the nature spirits, which, you know, I've been really told by other people, they have, I guess, put that information, really connect to the devas, and I wasn't really understanding, but like, I mean, they're all in the same realm, if you want to call it, right? So I believe that because of what I've learned, boots on the ground, and just with energies and all of that learning, that Sasquatch is the ambassador of the nature spirits elemental realms, right? So they're overseeing the activities of the nature spirits, helping me engage with them, which is very interesting. So the high point of activity of nature is during the summer, and I truly feel like we are a month behind here where I live. I don't know if you guys are experiencing where you guys live, what the seasons are doing. Like, to me, it seems like it's going into September, but it truly feels like we're going into August. Like, a little odd. And to me, there's the crow. I can feel the nature speaks. And like, even watching the mushrooms come out and certain foraging berries, like your wild berries, they seem to just be starting to bloom, which some of them are more of a July berry. Fall there, yeah, see. It's not natural, but that's natural, like fall, you know, so it's there. But anyways, back to what I was saying. The presence of the golden finches usually indicates an awakening to the activities of those beings that are normally regulated to the realm of fiction. And who is in the realm of fiction? Well, Sabe, that doesn't exist. That's not fact, that's fiction. Goldfinch can help you to deepen your perceptions so that you can begin to see and experience the activities of the nature spirits yourself. This deepening of perceptions is reflected in the black cap, awakening to that which is normally hidden from view. Like, I'm sitting going, this is my life? Like, leaves changing and dropping. See, not here yet. Oh, summer is just starting here. It's strange. Interesting, Kirsty. Now, is summer supposed to be starting there? Like, I'm not sure of. Oh, I guess not, right? Because you guys in Europe. Wowza. Definitely still summer down here in Arizona. Can't wait to get up north. We are in a fictional world. I guess, right? I can't, yeah, exactly. Not them. Right, because they're in the real world. So that's why I say when we unplug from the real world, when I'm out in the wilderness, I have to go back into the matrix, aka the fiction world. Thank you for that. Yep. So golden finches are usually permanent residents, and in those areas where they are found, okay, so I don't need to, okay, so whatever, I just need to find one more thing. Golden finches are rarely silent. Exactly. I see a whole bunch of. Sure feels like a fairy tale book some days. Yep. Bama 251. Summer just started. Where are you? Alberta, Canada. So September, we're going into fall. Kirsty, no, we've had no summer. First sunny week this week. Yeah, they're making it so hot here. So for it being September 4th and it being like 30 to 35 degrees, I don't know what that is Fahrenheit. Sorry, guys. That's like, I don't know, 95? What part of the world? Canada. So that's, or Canada. Anyways, what part of the world are you from? Bama 251. Golden finches are rarely silent. This in itself is a reminder that nature is speaking to us continuously, constantly, which is so true. Like the crows. I can speak bird language, and sometimes if I'm not in the flow with the nature, it's harder for me to receive the messages, but we will strengthen that connection. So we should learn to listen and communicate with it from all levels, right? So like listening to the trees. So sometimes I can see the trees' energies and I can feel it, but it's like, how do you strengthen that? China Productions, how do you strengthen the listening aspect of the energies, if you know that? I'm working on it. Sometimes it's challenging for me to decipher the energies that I'm feeling, because the feeling is stronger than the hearing, possibly. Hello, Sasquatch Confessions. Welcome. Hell? No, we're not going to hell, Sasquatch Confessions. I know, you meant hello. 105 down here. Wow, all of nature is speaking to us all the time. Absolutely, right? Yes. China Productions, it sure is. Crows seem to have a huge crow vocabulary, don't they? They sure do. Ah! They are one of my favorite birds. Laugh out loud. My screen is messed. Yes, I'm aware of that. So where are we going here? I just wanted to, anyways. The wave pattern also reflects the ability of the golden finch to lead us to the inner and outer realms, from the human to the fairy, from the physical to the spiritual. What? I know, amazing. So that energy was kind of like the realm opening up, which then the bird was there, the chipmunk was there, the chickens, I mean, they're the nature, they're connected to nature, like probably more so than us if we're not completely aligned. And that's why the energy shifted. And I'm like, well, what happens when I'm out engaging with Sasquatch sometimes? It'll get so dead silence. The birds will even stop. because they're coming in. And that's where you hear the knocks and all of that, right? So amazing. Don't forget to like and share to hit more people. Zach, we have to make sure both the left and right hemispheres of the brain are, yeah, exactly. So I was, the Vernon 52 shared a really good meditation with me that really helps balance the left and right hemispheres. I should share that with you. Maynard, craziest thing with the crows here starts the end of this month to the start of October. They gather in the thousands in beech nut groves. Interesting. Wonder if it's like a meetup before they go traveling. I don't know. China Productions. I think you're doing a good job listening, and it just keeps growing daily. Yeah, those expectations have to. It's okay, Ashley. Right? Expectations sometimes, that programming. Sasquatch Confessions. It was so quiet out there today when I wasn't talking. Yeah, I felt that energy before you probably shut the, before you were, or after, before you were on the live, right? Or when I was watching you on the live, so before you sat with the silence, I could feel the energy. And with your interactions, never-ending journey for us, absolutely, right? That's one thing I love. I can feel the energy of Sasquatch when they're around. Like, I'm so blessed. I'm so grateful for that. I think the last trip was not so great because I might have had a little bit of not so good emotions going on internally. Crows and other stuff, like we always have to remember to cleanse ourselves and remove the discordant energies and send it back, right, to people. Crows migrate and ravens stay year round. Yeah, so we have both, and both seem to stay around this area. So, but like the ravens are massive compared to the crows here. Crows stick more to where the humans are, and the ravens are more out in the country in the wilderness. And amazing bird. Oh, also on yesterday, before all the events with the Sasquatch, the chipmunk and the golden finch was the hawk. So I was listening to the Ancestors track. I may have played it on some of my shorts. And the river was to the left of me, not to the right like she sings, but on to the left of me. And I look up, I'm like, what a beautiful hawk. And he comes down and he's holding this fish. I'm like, wow, that is a powerful moment to be able to eyewitness like the hawk having his, fish in his hands, just captured his, it was a big size fish out of that river. So like, nicely done. I don't know. Great appreciation for those types of things that I get to eyewitness and get to be a part of, right? Like, nature is just beautiful. It is my home. Tell you guys, I'm gonna get the Tesla. Nope, that's Starlink. I keep saying Tesla. It's not a Tesla. And just travel around and go to these different areas. Like, I have the ability. I have been gifted and blessed with the ability to work remotely and go wherever as long as I have Wi-Fi, and like need to just keep moving forward. I like forest. Yeah, I like forest too. The trees just are unreal, especially in the area where you are, Sasquatch Confessions. Like, your trees are huge. The moss that comes off of them is like, the energy is so lit. Like, I can feel it. I had a real interesting thing happen today after you left the live. That is an amazing moment with the hawk. I love moments like that, right? Would love to hear about that interesting moment on your live. Which is cool. So I think that would just help connect with more people and go out into communities. Like, I think I have to go up north to Alberta and crept out. Welcome. When ravens call, wolves come running. Right. That's interesting. So when we were out on expedition, I know the crow came in, or not the crow, the raven, sorry. And he knew where that kill was, and he went in and he got that meat. It was interesting. Chena Productions. Just keep being authentic and open to information being presented. It is a privilege to experience. Absolutely. So grateful. Confessions, where are you located? He's in Mission, BC, British Columbia. Kim, come on up. We'll go and visit BC, right? Like, that's where we're so blessed to have the ability to, you know, meet up and go, and just got a Starlink, but have not set it up yet. See, did you get the mobile? Chena Productions. That's the one I'm gonna get. I'm on it. Okay, I'm on it. Awesome, right? I mean, we have the ability, so let's start to, nice work. I'm gonna have to text you and no, I'm not going to. You can just leave, but thanks for shining a light. And just, yeah, makes, you know, more content, help people connect to nature in so many different ways, you know, like awakening humanity alongside Bigfoot is not, it is, but it's self-discovery so we can align to Bigfoot. I got lost in the woods with a buddy out in World's End National Forest for about 3.5 hours at night. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure we were being hunted by a large cat. It was wild. See, that's what I was talking about on the live today. I'm like, so, you know, bears I'm cool with. They don't really intimidate me. I can stand my ground with them if we were to come into contact. Exactly, Zach. It is all exciting. But that's where you live your passion from. Excitement. You got to follow the excitement. Then the universe provides. But that's one thing, because cats, they like to stalk. So it's like a cat and mouse game, right? If you run, they're going to be like, sure, that's fun. Run. I'll come and catch you, right? So it's a big no. They're intimidating. I don't know. See, everyone's like bear, and I'm like, I don't see it. It's always been for me, out of any of the predators out there, it's a cougar. They're giant, and it's just like a giant cat. Like, look what a household cat can do. Just no thank you. It really does provide. I've seen it time and time again. I'm not sure what you mean by it really does provide. I've seen it times and times again. I'm a pet it. Okay. The universe. Yes, the universe. Exactly. The universe source. If you're aligned, you follow those, absolutely 100% Sasquatch confessions. Totally. Because, like, I wouldn't be where I am if the universe wasn't providing for me, right? So that's why when you ask me, you know, do I have chaos? It's like, I don't align. And if I do, I'm going to try to, where is that chaos showing up in myself, right? Nah, that thing had a shook. It was huge. Yeah, absolutely. I would like not want to be in that situation. Stalked by a cat. No. And I mean, there's one story that he was, you know, doing woodwork, and he was like working a chainsaw, and the cat was stalking him. It's like, the guy has a chainsaw and the cat's still gonna stalk him and look at the potential of taking him down. Like, are you kidding me? No, they are something else. Respect them, and they can please stay way over there. Kirsty, I saw a guy being followed for 6 minutes by an unfriendly cougar. His calmness kept him alive. Yeah, see, I've seen a video online where the guy was like, I think he came upon the mom and the baby, and he kept just saying, "No, cougar, I don't exactly." It's that calmness. It's standing your ground in that energy. Like, you want to be assertive. You want to like get out of here, bear. Like, I'm not masculine, but I mean, I guess I could play that, but like really insert that power. You don't want to be a fighty deer and have your energy fight around, especially if there's like predator around, because they'll be like, oh, easy, let's go. So, and we can really anchor that in. As much as I wouldn't want to be in that situation, especially at nighttime, like, I get it. And that's where we can go, where could I have strengthened that energy within our body so we don't have that prey energy where they can go, oh, look at an easy snack. Like, no, thank you. Welcome, Patrick and Laura. Greetings from Oklahoma. Greetings from Alberta. Thank you for being here and joining us. Don't forget to click that like button. Yeah, so yeah, animals, and I have my horn, like my air horn. If they want to come after me, I do have a knife, so if they were to, I wouldn't want to be in that situation. I don't carry a gun. I know Sasquatch Confessions, you are pretty, and I get it, Sasquatch is there to protect, but I've had people like little, how you have a light and a dark little devil, they can be people too, and they may have instilled some fear around Sasquatch, and oh, the reason why they were there was to protect because that bear was going to get you. And I'm like, no, Sasquatch, that is not what the energy was showing, because the Sasquatch really tried to clean the energy and keep us in that light vibration when we had that visual sighting, which is amazing. That looked like a bunny rabbit running. Interesting. Anyways, but yeah. Oh, okay. And I have a couple questions that I had to write down. Kirsty, okay. Sasquatch confession. Sasquatch was whipping pine cones at me. Many people could take that the wrong way. Well, yeah, exactly. They could take it the wrong way. But you being connected in the way that you're connected, you can feel it. Everything's going to have an intention or an energy behind it. I've had Sasquatch throw pine cones at me too, and I'm like, oh, is that a squirrel? And it wasn't a squirrel because there was no squirrel. And I'm looking around, I'm like, oh, that's you. I said, okay. And they're like, yeah, it's us. And then they threw a couple more, but they're not. If Sasquatch wanted to hit you, they would hit you, and it would not be very friendly. But they're not here to hurt us unless you're there to hurt them. So that's just another thing. But see, they know your intentions and your energy, Sasquatch, in confessions, and it's the same with me, right? So you can just feel it's just it. And I guess if you're not exposed to certain things, that it could intimidate, right? Phila Moisty, this might be the most chill live I've ever stumbled across. Love it. Well, thank you. Thanks for being here. Don't forget to subscribe and like and share. Always appreciate your guys's support, right? Sasquatch Confessions. I'm so grateful for your support, pushing me when you're on your lives and stuff and helping that grow. Was finally on my first, like I said, mentioned YouTube, not YouTube. TikTok I shake my head. Like, you got battles going on. I'm just like, okay, I don't know about this world over here, but I show up, and I was a part of a live, and then I couldn't show my face because I'm not qualified. I can get on a live, but you're not allowed to show your face. I'm just like, this is a weird world over here in TikTokville. China Productions, a friendly nudge. Hey, here we are. Oh, hey, we are here, right? Exactly. Boom. Right? Boom. Anyone else, have you ever heard a boom from a Sasquatch? Have you ever felt a boom from a Sasquatch? And I mean like from their physical foot imprinting the ground. Would love to hear any of your guys' stories if you've had an encounter with that. Sasquatch Confessions. I absolutely love having you there. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Excuse you, Eric. Sasquatch Confessions. Oh my God, yes. Oh my God, yes, right. You've heard a boom? Is that what you're telling me? I shied, red or green? Green, baby, it's green. It is green. Yep, and yes, Maynard. Awesome. So when they boom the ground, do you like feel the vibration? Like, is there any way without talking physically to one another, any way that you could explain like the feeling? Like, could you feel the vibration going through the ground? No, Brown, I heard her giggle. Joe Mama. wait a minute, are people in here saying they've actually come in contact with Sasquatch? Bro, why can't that happen to me? Well, but so it can happen to you. Philam, Moisty, is that how you pronounce your name? No, boom, I heard a giggle. I have heard and felt the tree breaks. Not a stomp though. Right. So Sasquatch confessions. I had a Sasquatch jump out of the tree. It sounded like an elephant stomping. All three of us felt it to our core. Cool. Proximal wave. Ah. See, maybe one day I'll get to experience a boom. That is yet. But they go, Ashley, that's not your lessons. Those are not your lessons. Okay, fine. It was in my dream. Danny Z. Yeah, see, well, Kate, they show up in my dreams too, in dream time. But that's just, they're coming in a different way. And anyways, people are saying they've actually come in contact with Sasquatch. So yes, I've visually have seen Sasquatch 6 times, and like visually, like seen them. And then, you know, I've had tree breaks, knocks, tree pushes, whoops and calls and frequencies into the heart. And what else? I've just been so blessed, and I'm so grateful. Yes, I drink beer with them. Oh yeah, I don't think so. They wouldn't drink beer. They don't drink beer, sorry. How fast can you run? Well, I won't run in the wilderness because I don't want to play cat and mouse with the cougar. So no running, but I can run if I have to. I run like for fitness, for my health. Matthew, we've just heard tree breaks and have had a big branch thrown at us. The tree, I've never heard a big branch thrown. Okay, so I had, okay, so that's, so certain things have to come in and be like, oh yeah, that happened. So the big tree pushover, so they pushed over a big tree, which was pretty cool. It was more like it felt like so it was Kyle and I, and they broke a top of a tree, and it kind of like fell, and then they're like, come and find it, which we could not. Still to this day, it's like, I don't know. China Productions, heard one up there last year at the Glacier Water area. Cool. That's awesome. You guys went to like the radium hike? You went to the glacier part. Hi-fi, you guys. Trying to connect to some weird thing, I don't know. Sasquatch. Yeah, so when I got back to my truck today, there was a perfect A glyph by my driver's door. Interesting. I wonder what that symbolized. What fancy artwork they gave you. Nicely done. China Productions. No, it was where we did the cold dip, but later in the day. So did the glacier. So where you did the cold dip, down by the bridge. Okay. That's where you heard the whoop. Interesting. So was it up on the ridge? Oh, yeah. My question for you, China Productions, if I know where we're talking about where the bridge was and we cold dipped up on the ridge, is that where you heard it come from? I'm not one to be envious of others, but I'm borderline on this topic. I'd love to have an encounter with one. Right? So really set your intention when you go out into the wilderness. And then, I mean, ask for them, you know, little subtle signs. And the thing is, we have to look for the subtle signs because, you know, they're trying to see if you're paying attention, if you're truly connected in that now moment when you're out there. Again, by them throwing pine cones at you, giving a knock, you know, are you going to be like a person that goes, oh, that was just a woodpecker? No, you can tell what a woodpecker sounds when they hit the tree, and it's repetitive, right? Like I always go, it's a creaking tree. Sometimes it's not a creaking tree. And I'm just going to stay more physical for you and not go into the spiritual woo-woo of things. But like it's the knock. It could sound like a clacking bird sometimes. It's go follow those sounds, feel into it, and really just, and listen. acknowledge what you're hearing and connect to nature. Smell the trees, ground yourself, take a cold dip if you have to. If you don't want to get in, like do your hands and just cleanse your aura. Really connect and bring nature into yourself. Infuse yourself with the nature and connect. Again, for us to have amazing connections and encounter Sasquatch physically, they really want us to go in here. And the more you can really go inside and connect with yourself and then infuse nature, even just like with herbs and stuff throughout your days, connect and set that intention for them to, and communicate from the heart, to interact with you. Ask for a sign, like ask for them to throw something or give you a wood knock, or, you know, stuff like that. They calling you. Yes, Sasquatch confessions. I know they are. I can feel it. That's why I'm going, Okay, my question to you guys as well, because I have my perspectives. Do Sasquatch like the rain? Don't like the rain? Do they play in the rain? Do they hide when it's raining out? Would love to hear Sasquatch confessions, feedback, Maynard, anyone that would have a knowing on that. Really trying to anchor in the truth around that. And this winter, tell you, I'm going to do boots on the ground. So feeling called to do boots on the ground during the winter. So that will definitely be happening. You are welcome. Welcome. Right, Sasquatch confession. Phil, they know you better than you know yourself. Absolutely. And that's why we have to discover ourselves. So, yes. Yeah. See? You drop some truth bombs here too. Sasquatch confessions, Jared. I'm pretty chill, so I hope they are chill with me too. Absolutely. They know who you are. Absolutely know who you are. So just setting that intention. I want to go out and live interact with you guys and come from the heart. Really connect that way. And the Alnos start to show. Really pay attention. I have had more activity when the weather has been horrible. Thank you, Zach. China Productions, be careful what you ask for, because I asked and got a tarantula. I think they do like the rain and the snow. Thank you. I don't want a tarantula, so. Well, you know, if we're going to go back more into the spirituality of Sasquatch, they do. The rain is going to help the conductivity and bring up the vibration and the energy of the land in the quantum realm, right? So absolutely, that's how I feel that I was like put off trying to figure it out, because I'm like, well, I don't understand why they wouldn't like it. But it makes sense. I mean, especially then if we're dealing with a being that has the abilities, like they could just turn on their raincoat, right? Just kidding, but you know what I mean, you guys. Well, maybe some. Camping with Sasquatch, welcome. I've heard of people having visuals during rain. Awesome. I'm happy to hear that. Don't know about rain. Snow, though, you sense them more, but without a track. See, that's the best trackway I found was in snow. I was like blown away. Foraging with my company, and we were out, and one of the guys is like, Ashley, look at that. And I'm like, because he knew what it was. And I'm like, oh my God, are you kidding me? It was just, we pulled over at the first site to go forage, and there was just a trackway into the willows. And I'm like, oh, we're blessed by willows right now as well. So we'll bring in the willow energy. But yeah, it was incredible. And to try to walk the trackway, because, you know, it's one in front of the other, and they're like 6 feet apart. And I'm like, wow. You can see the video. I don't know if I have it on YouTube. I know it's on my Foraging with Bigfoot IG, Instagram. Embrace the journey. Welcome. How cold does it get in the winter where you are and the Sasquatch? Okay, so usually it stays about -10 average. Okay, so I don't know what that is Fahrenheit. Going into the zeros. I don't know. Help me out, China Productions. So about -10 Celsius. And then it can fluctuate between -10 to -35, but it's not going to stay -35 for extremely long. Now, where I interact with radium out in the mountains, we're more on the BC side, So it's not as cold. It can fluctuate between the, it it fluctuates. Again, I'm going to say -10 on the good days, right? So Sasquatch confessions. I asked Sasquatch for amazing footprints, another sighting, and something like marbles gifted to me, and a good woman. Within 1 month, it all came to me. Awesome. See, amazing. Just ask. Exactly. Just ask. Ask and you shall receive. And we've been conditioned not to ask. Shush, don't you question, don't you ask, right? So rain block signals, I believe, increases connection. Yes. So what's the thought process on how they interact with each other? Or are they more solitary? Has a baby one ever been seen? So they can, well, they have like abilities, right? So extra sensorial perceptions. So they have like telepathy, we got telekinesis, we have mind speak, but really it's kind of like channeling. They can silence their mind. So if we can get silence within ourselves and remove that chatter, we can hear. But they're really connecting telepathy through the heart, and they can communicate that way. But then, they can also put a message into a tree and touch that and send it, right? So there's different ways. Has a baby ever been seen? Now, when you are referring to a baby, how old. Will is the name of our new puppy. Willow is the name of my puppy. Well, she's not a puppy. She's an older dog. But yes, that's cool. Embrace the journey. What a connection. So, as for a baby being seen, think like in that Patty film, there was a baby in the film or something. I mean, it's so hard to know other than what I know for my experiences from people, other researchers and stuff, boots on the ground. There is footage, but I don't know. Sometimes it's hard to discern the information around certain footage, especially with the stuff nowadays, right? So when you're looking at a photo, what does it feel like? That's where you're going to know if it's true or not. I've seen Sasquatch in all weather. They are always with me. Not sure what they like better. I find when the atmosphere like smoke, fog, rain, cloud cover, more comfortable to show themselves. See, I find that they don't really like, if I had to choose, would be the hot days, like really hot days. And I can feel like that energy. So like when it's really hot, it's like, oh, you can feel it. Like, well, I know I can feel it. I can't speak for anyone else, but yeah. I find the colder, more cloud cover, yes. Because then they like the evening, right? So, yeah. Well, oh wow, a baby one would be so interesting to see. It would be, wouldn't it? Definitely, it would be. Now, see, like a baby, like a mom holding the baby, or, just it running around, it would definitely be an interesting sight. Crept out. Dunno. The interactions my family had with one over a period of time was terrifying. Came and took what he wanted. Our grapevines were stripped bare. Pets would go missing. They'd find dead animals. Yeah. Thank you, Kirsty. -10 is 14 Fahrenheit. In the yard, flattened with their insides gone. Yeah, see, that's not cool. Sasquatch confessions. I took a picture of a Sasquatch mama holding a baby. Did you? That's cool. Ken Gray, did you think woodknocks are vocal? Or like a pop like they're making with their mouth, right? No, you can tell. Getting to know and working with them, you can tell, like we have like a wood bat that we carved out of wood, and you knock it and you can tell, like you can just tell the different sounds. Certain things you could say that they're more vocal, but for wood knocks, I'm not saying that they couldn't make the wood knock with a vocal, They probably could, absolutely. But for the most part, and again, you can go down it's like it's like a wood knock with another piece of wood, or a rock on a wood, or a clack with two rocks together. I mean, you start to recognize the different sounds. Mama took baby out of a tree in New York Park. China Productions, water holds memory and is conductive, right? Absolutely. It does, and that's why it's so incredible to infuse like with that, intention. Sasquatch Confessions. Ken, it's possible no one has ever seen a Sasquatch hit a tree. Well, you keep bringing that up, and I want to say someone has said, yeah, I saw a tree knocked by a tree. And I can see them visually when Leslie and I were out in the bush and we were sitting there, and he's like, listen, and he literally took it and whacked the tree. I saw it. I was like, okay, like I saw it in my mind because that's what he showed me, because he was right there, and I was like, okay, wow, interesting. But that's the way I saw it. So I'm a big dude. Trust me, I feel the hot days. Yeah, I get it. I asked tons of questions. I like questions. My fault. Nope, no fault. I'm just interested in stuff I know nothing about or wish I knew about, but I don't. But that's how you learn. See, asking questions, that's how you're going to learn. Ask those questions, learn, gain as much knowledge with the topics that you want, so you can then have that experience, because then you'll know. That's what I love about doing the lives, is hearing everyone's different questions, perspectives. Because when I'm out in the wilderness, then I'm like, oh yeah, that person experienced that, and it's all of a sudden it's like I'm experiencing it. So we all have a different shade of sunglasses on, right? And we all going to experience something different and unique, which just helps us grow on all levels, right? Physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, all of it. So ask away, my friend. Zach, they may be able to travel in ways we are not yet aware of. Well, yeah, see, and I mean, teleportation, if they're using frequency, they can teleport. They can, open up a portal and go through that. I really find that the trees can create the portals in between, as long as they're the same thing. So that's even using teleportation. Let's say I'm going to walk through this portal, but maybe it's just it's a liminal space that they're entering, and then they're going into a different reality. So he's way over there on the mountain, and he comes in through the trees here and then jumps into where we are physically. I mean, that's how I'm starting to see things happening there. How could they be from space with not for? No, I don't think they're from space. Absolutely not. Teleportation is going to be used. They're going to adjust frequency, their hertz, their energy in their body. Quantum, right? See, so start looking into quantum physics. Like I'll use frequency devices and stuff like that to become the frequency of what you want to attract, right? So they can, because they haven't been programmed or removed from the real world, that they're still able to, adjust frequency. So they're going to sit, and maybe they're using the tree, right? They're sitting, they're coming into coherence with the tree because they know how to use their abilities, and all of a sudden, whoosh, transport into a different area on the physical realm, not into space. We're not talking about space. Whoa, that was weird. So that's how, and I think we're going to come to, and I really hope I'm, alive when this happens, but where we're going to be able to go into our pantries, go, okay, teleport me to France. And all of a sudden, because that is energy, everything is energy, right? So we are figuring it out. Absolutely. Oh crap, I got to go because I got to sleep because class starts tomorrow. Okay, well, you have a good sleep and take care. Thanks for joining our live. Sasquatch Confessions, yes. They use the elements of our world to traverse it. Yes, traverse it. Right? So that's where we have to use the elements to traverse along too. And that's what I think we're missing some elements. possibly, maybe, in one tree out of another. Yeah, see, exactly, into one tree out of another. And I was told by an extraterrestrial to use the trees as a, like communicating. So like put my hand on it, and put that message into the tree and they'll receive it. And I was like, what? I mean, I'm not going to question, because that extraterrestrial has put me where I am today, and the person that channels it like is a pure like light and love of a vessel that I truly, yeah, like my life has been transformational. So, and there's just different ways, because I was even told, I wish I would have downloaded it, you know, because I was going to put it on my channel so you guys could watch and learn what he had to say. But it was incredible, like just the way he talked about certain individuals and needing to create responsibility and adjust their, you know, frequency and stuff like that, because it can be done. We're energetic. We're only having a human experience. You got to remember, like, we're connected. You can feel that source energy. We are that. That presence is within us, right? You know, it's Mother Earth, Father Sky, and like I learned today, God, source consciousness, right? Woo, it's universal. So it spreads out that way. It's how I feel, just saying. Just going on a rant. Sasquatch confessions. I witnessed with my own eyes today the face of a Sasquatch or an elemental go right into a tree. I turned around and caught them looking at me. See, that's cool. But see, it's like, was it you own eyes today in the face of a Sasquatch or an elemental? But you mean, to me, you probably caught a Sasquatch going, transporting. Because, and my question to you, SC, would be, Sasquatch confessions, how big was it? Nope, I don't think you are. Embrace the journey. There may be many more intelligent species on this planet or in our waters who are yet to be discovered. Absolutely. Like the dragons. I know they're not in the waters, but I have to explain all my live. Okay, well, I will watch your live. Of course, it's just, I like being in that energy. It's fun. You guys are fun. Like, this is just, you're all amazing people. What do you have? What question mark do you have? Oh, okay, I have to answer this. So Autumn Glow asks, what do you think nature spirits are? So again, I think nature spirits are going to be like your fairies, your devas, your elves, you know, that type of nature spirit. And then Bigfoot is a nature spirit, Sasquatch, Sabe. And they're able to just be with nature in the real world. Now, relationship between nature spirits and Sasquatch are going to be, I think they're the same. They're all going to have different, call it callings, I guess, right? Like Sasquatch is going to be more of maybe the tree protector and the land and stuff like that. And like the fairies are going to be a different type of spirit relationship. So they're all going to have different jobs, but they're all of the same realm. But Sasquatch being like the top, the leader of that. We are nature spirits locked in the physical, right? Unlock, 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 unlock. Unlocking that. When they were channeling through someone in July, and they said, oh, you want to be free just like us. And there was going to be a powerful thing that happened, but then this person said the dark came in and it came shooting out, and I was like, whoa, I have never seen anything like that before. I was like, okay, I get it. We're in a world of light and dark. And that was, you know, a powerful moment because they literally were going to give me a key to something. And I was like, yes, 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 yes. And then boom, the dark was like, nope, not going to happen. I was like, wow, did that just happen? How am I ever going to talk about that? And I talked about it to Zach because he had an understanding because we've been down these different rabbit holes being boots on the ground. But now I'm talking about it here. So the more time you integrate what you learn, when it's something that we have not really been exposed to, right? We have to integrate that, really feel, so we can maybe explain it better to you guys, like to people, right? To the fiction part, like you're bringing the real world into the fiction world, and it's like, how do I explain what just happened to me? And then, you know, it's like, okay, but that's what it is. We learn, we grow, we keep going, right? Yep. Anyways, I want to say thank you. I'll be here tomorrow, Thursday night, on my regular live schedule. Probably, yeah. It's supposed to be nice. Might catch me in a different location. I'm really feeling the river for the flow of energy. The river's like, bring me into your live. We need to bring the element of water, flowing water, not stagnant water, flowing water. Flowing water is the feminine divine essence, right? Bring in the symbiotics and the symbiosis and all of these weird words. Anyways, thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate all of it. I appreciate the likes. I appreciate the comments. I appreciate the questions. I appreciate the shares, sharing my videos. Appreciate helping this, you know, just the support you guys bring. Maybe do the live while grounded. Yeah, well grounded. Zach, awesome live. Thank you. That too. But yes, anyways, thank you for being here and showing up and supporting. Again, until next time, blessings, peace, Ash, keeping it real. Thank you, keeping it real, all of you, right? So thank you all for joining. Boom, blessings. Until next time, take care.